So today we're just going to be talking a little bit about values and the values that we kind of hold. A lot of people identify with having certain values. Would you like to share some of yours?
Well, I really think I do have respect and openness. I'm one of those people that if someone asks me, I'm going to tell them basically what's on my mind, but I put it in a nice way, so I'm not going to be blunt and harmful.
I'm very strong into loyalty to your friends and family and honesty, as well as just respect for everybody.
I value intellectual honesty. I enjoy people who can be honest with themselves.
I think another one would be tolerance as well. So especially in a place like this, like in a university where you meet so many people from different religions, cultures, and backgrounds, it's healthy for you to be able to understand them and be able to be tolerant even if you don't really, I guess, accept certain things about them, but just to understand that they're the way they are because of something.
Would you say you've ever accommodated your own values or changed your own values in order to accommodate someone else's values?
Yeah, I think I have. And it's not usually always changing them completely.
Especially being a Sox rep and just doing that commitment during Welcome Week, you have to meet a whole bunch of new people all the time, and you need to just be generally respectful to everybody.
Like I said, there's always that little gray area where if you guys talk it out, you're going to have overlapping interests, so you can give away some things that you may feel strong on and then keep some that you do feel strong in another way, so it's it's a balancing act between you and another person.
When it comes to my ideas about politics and philosophy and religion and things like that, I'm fairly inflexible. I'm fairly unyielding. I don't like to bend on those a lot at all. But when it comes to getting a job done and say, how should we approach a certain task, oftentimes I'm willing to listen.
Sometimes it's just being able to in that certain situation, just not be selfish for a little while and try to understand the other person. But I think it's hard to let go of your values completely, but you can kind of change them in the moment type thing or adjust them just a little to understand the other person.
Have you ever ran into a situation where your values came into conflict with someone else's?
For sure, it happens. You can't really avoid it. Everyone has a different set of values.
A good example is, it doesn't often get to fisticuffs or anything, but me and my dad disagree about religion a lot. I'm an atheist. He's a very Christian, religious guy, and so often we have very civil dialogue about it.
Have you ever ran into a situation where your values conflicted with someone else's?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and can you pull from a specific example, or?
I guess it's a lot, basically working in groups and all that. There's always conflicting interest on what one opinion is compared to another person.
That's happened quite a few times, and I think especially I've been a Sox rep for 2 years, and you meet first years from all different walks of life, and some of them might live a certain lifestyle or act a certain way that you've never been exposed to or you don't understand.
You think about it a little bit more and you start to think that, maybe there is merit in their value system. And that's one thing that age and experience and university has taught me, that, both sides of the argument can be right. It just depends on how you frame it.
And it's one of those things where you just have to talk it out and try to explain what your opinion is on a certain subject and then listen to what theirs is and compromise and find a mutual ground where you both respect the answer.
I think it's important, in situations like that, to take a step back and try and understand where they're coming from and try and find some good in that, I guess, because there's always a little good in everyone, so just trying to find that and learn to understand how they are through that.